Okay, so if you have accessed this video, then you have solved number 4 incorrectly, and we are going to solve together. All right, we are using our UPS check, and so to understand the problem, we're going to cube our problem. We're going to circle important information. We're going to underline the question. We're going to circle our numbers. We're going to underline the question. We're going to box important information and eliminate anything we don't need. Okay, so let's take a look at our problem. It says Carlotta bought 2.4 pounds of tomatoes for $1.20 per pound, 1 loaf of bread for $2.55, and 1 block of cheese for $4.65. Carlotta gave the cashier a $20 bill. How much change did Carlotta receive? Okay, so we're going to circle our numbers. I have 2.4. I have $1.20. I have 1. I have $2.55. I have 1. I have $4.65. And I have a $20 bill. Okay, now I'm going to underline my question. How much change did she receive? All right, now I'm going to go and I'm going to box important information. I have 2.4 pounds for $1.20 per pound. Okay, so right now I know 2.4 pounds, $1.20 per pound. This is in my story problem, so per means to multiply. I have 1 loaf of bread for $2.55, 1 block of cheese. Okay, Carlotta gave the cashier a $20 bill. How much change did she receive? Okay, so I'm going to put much change did she receive because I know I'm probably going to subtract at the end here. Okay, I do not need to eliminate any of my numbers. I need them all. Okay, so my plan, I know that I have 2.4 pounds, $1.20 per pound. I know that the first thing I'm going to need to do is find out how much did she spend on tomatoes. That's going to be $1.20 times 2.4 pounds. Once I find that, I'm going to add all my purchases, and then I'm going to subtract from the $20. Subtract from 20. Okay, so there's my plan. Okay, so now let's go take care of the math. First thing I'm going to do is find out how much did she spend on the tomatoes. So I'm going to take that 1.2 pounds, or that $1.20, and multiply it by the 2.4 pounds. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. I'm going to put a 0 in my placeholder. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. So now I'm going to add my partial products. I get 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 2 plus 0 is 2. I have 2 decimal places in that number with $1.20. I have 1 decimal place in the 2.4 pounds. So when I add them up, I know that I need to move my decimal 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. And so she spends $2.88 for the tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here so I don't forget. Okay, so now I need to add up the rest of the things that I bought. So I'm going to start with my $2.88. I have a loaf of bread for $2.55. So I'm going to add these two together first. 8 plus 5 is 13. I'm going to put my 3 down and carry my 1. 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 1 is 14. I'm going to put my decimal in the exact same place since I'm adding decimals and my decimals are lined up. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and I need to grab the block of cheese. So that was $4.65. Again, I am adding, my decimals are lined up. 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I'm going to put my 0 down and carry my 1. I'm going to place my decimal. 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So my total purchase is $10.08. But she gave the cashier $20, and I need to find out how much change did she receive. So now I'm going to take the $20, and I'm going to subtract the $10.08. Okay, I can take 8 from 0, so I'm going to make that a 10. And I'm going to go ahead and borrow from the 200. I'm I'm going to borrow 1. That changes my 200 to 199. Okay, so 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. I'm going to put my decimal in the same spot. 9 minus 0 is 9. And now my change, 1 minus 1 is 0. So my change is $9.92. And I'm going to put that here. Change is $9.92. Now I can check this one pretty easy because I know that $10.08 plus the $9.92 should equal my $20 that I gave her. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. 8 plus 2 is 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. I'm going to put my decimal in the same spot. 9 plus 1 is 10. And when I carry my 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So yes, I have my $20 that I gave her, so I know that I did my math correctly. Okay, so the question was asking for the change, $9.92, and it's a griddable. So here's my decimal. So I have $9, those are my whole numbers, my whole dollars. Here's my decimal, and I have 92 cents. That goes to the right of the decimal because we're talking about change. And so make sure that you bubble 992. Okay, so now if you go back to the back side of the second paper, you're going to see that you have another question number 4. It's very similar to this one that you will now need to solve on your own. Good luck.